LeBron James has been installing puppets his entire career and removing them. And when he couldn't remove Eric Spoelstra and take over control of that Miami Heat franchise, he bounced, he left. He finally found a situation in Miami where he could have won multiple championships and established a dynasty like the other all-time greats. Larry Bird, Boston. Magic Johnson, Lakers. Bill Russell, Celtics. Kobe Bryant, Lakers. This is what the all-time greats do. Kareem, Lakers. LeBron James, or Steph Curry, Golden State. In his attempt to surpass Michael Jordan, LeBron James may have really damaged his legacy and reputation. His critics now have fuel to completely destroy his legacy. They're going to, I think, mistakenly, but they're going to do it. Kobe is going to be regarded as a better player than LeBron James. It won't be true, but LeBron James has opened himself up for a conversation about his legacy and his career that's going to see him diminished. And no different than what Deion and Shedeur did at Colorado. All that hype, all that early retirement of a number, and now Tupac Shedeur, fifth-round pick, could get cut by the Cleveland Browns, could end up in Canada. In all of this reaching to prove to everybody that Shedeur Sanders, that Deion's idol, and you can make your child an idol, and Deion did that, to prove that his son was an all-time great college football player, one of the greatest things to ever happen in college football. Now Shedeur is a laughingstock, and he's having to go on a PR campaign to try to rehabilitate his justifiably ratchet reputation. Doing too much. When doing too much goes wrong, and LeBron James doing way too much, installing J.J. Redick as the head coach of one of the most storied franchises in sports. Straight out of the podcast booth to the head coach of the Los Angeles Lakers. In Game 4, J.J. Redick made a fool of himself, played a lineup the entire second half, got questioned about it before Game 5, and the pressure busted his pipe.
As you watch the film, what do you recall about your thought process in the moment? Sticking with the 5 you stuck with in the fourth quarter the other day, and is there an assistant or someone maybe that you'll lean on tonight, maybe to try to get some other guys involved if that opportunity presents itself?
Are you saying that because I'm inexperienced and that was an inexperienced decision that I made? Do you think I don't talk to my assistants about substitutions every single timeout?
No, I just think there's a lot of coaches lean on their assistants in those situations.
As do I, every
on.
single time. That's a weird assumption.
Thank you, Coach.
J.J. Redick made a fool of himself. He got in over his head. He and LeBron James. It looks real easy from the podcast booth. Yeah, I can coach the Los Angeles Lakers. And we can trade for Luka Doncic, and we have 2 ball-dominant guys who don't like to play defense, and we're going to win. J.J. Redick has made a fool of himself. The Lakers have made fools of themselves. They have to move on from LeBron James. This is what Pat Riley and the Miami Heat wanted to avoid. You turn your franchise over to LeBron James, to any player. Chaos will ensue. And that bubble title doesn't justify how bad the Lakers have been during the LeBron James era. This is a disaster. This man has seriously damaged his reputation with this Los Angeles Lakers experiment. Hollywood LeBron James has been a flop. The Matrix, the propaganda matrix, cannot protect his reputation. Here's Brian Windhorst on ESPN. Brian Windhorst, a very reasonable, not a hot take guy, but everybody knows what happened here with J.J. Redick. He made a fool of himself. This is childlike behavior because he was installed by a man-child named LeBron James. Let's play shot number 4.
And I don't mean this in a personal way. J.J. Redick coached very immaturely in this series. He was still seething and upset about the previous games to the point where Reggie Miller said on the broadcast last night he had to try to calm him down in the pregame meeting because J.J. was acting, frankly, childishly. He walked off and stormed off in the pregame session with reporters. Regardless of the question, it's not the way to start. And then not only did he double down on his, frankly, irrational decision not to substitute for an entire half in a playoff game, he doubled down on that. And then in this game, he played a guy who hadn't played in 3 months ahead of centers that he had on his roster. He played Maxi Kleber. He had never even practiced with the Lakers. Maxi Kleber's on the court with 5 minutes to go in like a 2-possession game. That is not a rational decision. I'm sorry. I mean, I don't even know if Mark Williams was on this team, whether JJ would have played him. And that's just not, I suspect in retrospect, JJ will realize he didn't put the Lakers in the best position to win.
And what Windhorst is talking about, the Lakers played this tiny lineup, a very tiny lineup, and turned Rudy Gobert into Wilt Chamberlain. Rudy Gobert last night looked like Wilt Chamberlain because the Lakers refused to play a big man. They didn't trade for one when they acquired Luka Doncic, and everyone knew they needed that. And then they went very small last night, and Rudy Gobert ended up with 27 points and 20 rebounds. It was embarrassing. Look, Rudy Gobert got anything he wanted. This is a great defensive player, Rudy Gobert. They turned him into Wilt Chamberlain last night. It's all the Timberwolves had. The Timberwolves shot 7 of 47 from three-point range. The Timberwolves weren't very good last night. It's just how bad the Lakers were and how poor they were strategically. And so here's another coach the Lakers will need to fire and pay out the contract. And I know this is all monopoly money for these guys, and it just doesn't matter. But this is embarrassing. What happened to the Lakers in 5 games to the Minnesota Timberwolves, a 6 seed. The Lakers were a 3 seed. Many people thought the Lakers were an NBA Finals lock to some degree. I know OKC's over there, but they really thought LeBron James and Luka Doncic, at least the Western Conference Finals, they're out in the first round in 5 games. Amazing.